Dear students, as a part of Unit 4, we are going to learn regarding the seed structure. In the previous topics, we have been learned regarding pollination and fertilization processes, and today we are going to see seed structure. So, seeds are of different plants may vary in many ways. So, when we observe the seed, it consists of three basic components. Those are embryo, endosperm, and seed coat. If we observe a typical seed, it contains uh, testa, micropyle, hilum, cotyledon, radicle, plumule, and endosperm. Okay, when we observe a typical seed, it contains these following parts. Those are testa, micropyle, hilum, cotyledon, radicle, plumule, and endosperm. When we observe this testa, it is tough integument and protective coat. It is tough integument and it is the outermost protective coat. And the seed coat of this integuments, they are of two types, unitegmic as well as bitegmics. When we observe the unitegmic seeds, it is called as testa. The outer covering of the seed which has unitegument is called as testa, and bitegument seeds consist of both outer testa and inner tegument integument. Okay, bitegument consists of two parts. Outer one is the testa and inner one is the tegument. Whereas testa is brownish and thick in color, whereas tegument, it is thin, membranous, and white. Right? So testa is brownish, whereas tegument is whitish. So this testa is called exostome, whereas tegument is called as endostome. Exostome and endostome respectively. And then moving to the micropyle, which we are aware, it is narrow pore on the testa. So a narrow opening or a spot or any hole like structure present on the micropyle region or the testa region is called as micropyle. We can simply call exostome and endostome both together compiles the micropyle. Right? And what is its function? Why does this micropyle exist means? So it facilitates the entry of water through the embryo. So in the previous class also we have seen that micropyle, it is a narrow opening. This is the only opening to the ovule or the embryo sac. So it facilitates the entry of water to the embryo, which activate the germination process. Right? And moving to the next part, that is hilum. Hilum is a scar-like region. See, whenever we observe any seed or any ovule, there is a scar-like region when we pull off this ovule or the seed structure. So that small scar-like structure which we observe, it is nothing but the hilum. So in the previous class also, while learning types of ovule, I have shown you this hilum part, right? The place where funicle attached to the embryo or whatever to the plant, that region is called as hilum. And moving to the next part, that is cotyledon, which we are basically, cotyledons are of two types, monocots and dicots. Monocot consists of single cotyledons, whereas dicot consists of two cotyledons. So it is a rich source of food and it stores high quality of starch. And then the region above the embryo axis, generally cotyledon consists of embryo axis. So the region which is upper to the embryo axis is called epicotyle, and the region below to the embryo axis is called hypocotyle. So epicotyle and hypocotyle, these are both are the very important parts in the seed. And moving to the next part, that is radicle. So tip of the hypocotyle is called as radicle. The uppermost part of the hypocotyle is called radicle. So during the germination of the seed, what happens? A finger-like projection which we observe generally during the germination process, that is nothing but radicle. So this is the first one which comes out of the embryo. So it comes out through the small opening which is called as micropyle. Right. And finally we have plumule and endosperm. Plumule is nothing but the terminal meristematic part of the embryo. So meristematic thing is nothing but the division part, right? The terminal meristematic part of the embryo is called as plumule, which gives rise to the shoot system, right? And then next one will be the endosperm. It is a white oily food storage tissue. So this food storage tissue, it provides nourishments, so it is very rich in all types of nutrients. So that's why it nourishes the embryo of the seeds. okay, during the development and germination process. And also some of the cotyledons, they absorb this reserve food which is present inside the endosperm. So those seeds are called as non-endosperm seeds. What do we call that seeds? Non-endospermic seeds. So these are the parts of the seed or the structure of the seeds, typical seed which consists of all these 7 regions.